Greetings, what's going on, my family? Yes, I am back for this moment. I'm hoping I can be consistent. I'm not gonna put that promise out there like I did before and I broke it. So for those of you who don't know who I am, it's your girl, Shay Gibson, aka Sister Shay, also known as Shay Butter, broadcasting live from my spot to your spot. And yes, I am emancipated workaholic, trying to make things right on my journey, and I'm taking you with me. So I really don't have a topic for today, right? But I am going to tell you what prompted me to do this video. So I've been, as you could tell, I have been just, out of the mix for a minute. I've been out of the mix on YouTube, right? However, I have not been out of the mix as far as life. Life is lifing, and we know that things happen along our journey. And I took 2024 and I just really kind of took the time to celebrate me and how God created me. So that was my 5-5, my year of 55. And I'm so grateful to be alive and to be here to celebrate in 2025, right? So last year, I got a chance to do a lot. I got a chance to travel to different places, take myself on different trips. My birthday, I got a chance to go to Sedona, Arizona. Any concert that I felt like I wanted to go to, that I wanted to have the experience. PJ Morton, Orchestra Noir. I traveled to California, celebrated with my sister. Shout out to my sister Demetria, celebrated her 55th birthday. Let's see, what else did I do? So many concerts in New Orleans. Who else I got a chance to see? I got a chance to see October London. Of course, I was able to work Jazz Fest this year. I went to a wine festival, worked at wine festival. I did so many things, and of course I traveled a lot to North Louisiana, traveled a lot to, got a chance to travel to Houston, Atlanta a couple of times, and I mean, I feel my 55 with just doing me, and that was wonderful, lonely, but wonderful, and I'm grateful that I had this moment because I was lonely, but I wasn't alone. Y'all already know. So God was with me and traveled with me and made sure that I stayed safe and made sure that I could just take in his beauty, because I got a chance to experience some beautiful places and spaces. So again, the reason why I am doing this video is I sent my hi hello card to a friend, coworker. Actually, she's like my manager. But anyway, shout out to Amanda. Heart you. I heart you. I love you. So, and on my hi hello card, I have one of my videos at the bottom of my hi hello card. So that means when you're looking up my information for my Pache Souffle and you see my email and all that stuff, I was able to put one of my videos down at the bottom so you kind of know who I am, right? And she watched the video and she was like, oh, I love your video. The reason why she sent me a message this morning is because her and her husband, they have a young man that's staying with them, and he has psoriasis. He has psoriasis on his face, right? And of course, like with all of us, whenever we have things going on with our body and in our system, it will take a toll on our self-esteem and how we show up in life. We may not have the confidence that we really need to just really show up and just be ourselves. And I didn't know anything about this until this morning. Really, I didn't. And she told me, she said, because I gave them all samples, my coworkers, I gave them all samples for Christmas of my souffle. So it was just little sample jars. So I didn't have like my information or the name of my product. I just kind of had like cute little gift bags or whatever, because the bags were small. I really couldn't put my cards in there, but it's okay. They're my coworkers, so they need anything, they just holler at me, right? So she said, well, we have this young man, and he's been staying with us, for the past like 5 or 6 days or whatever. And he has psoriasis in his face. And I gave him some of your yellow cream. And she said he put it on his face and it cleared it up. So I think the Most High God, for one, give me the ingredients to be able to have a product that has an impact like that. And I'm so grateful. And she asked me, do I have a website? I don't. I'm working on it. I've been working on it for a long time. Carlos, talking to my brother now. Come on, man. But anyway, so we gotta, get together and really make that happen. So I sent her my hi hello card, and that's where it came in about the video. And she said she loved the video. And I said, yeah, I haven't done one in quite some time. She said, you really need to get back to it. And she was right. Because, when I sit down and I'm authentically me and I'm talking to you in my own voice, in my own space, with my own bright colors and all of this, it really does my heart some good, right? So I've had a couple of experiences that just kind of just really pulled on me, right? And one of those experiences, and I mean, I'm not promoting it, I am promoting it. I'm going to say I'm promoting it because, a lot of times we won't watch stuff, because it doesn't look like our normal movies, right? So I don't know if any of you guys saw Wicked. If you did, kudos to you, because you already know what I'm about to tell you. But if you have not, for any reason that you have not seen Wicked, with my sister, I love her so, and the more I watch videos of her, Cynthia and Revo and Ariana Grande, they did a magnificent job. So in that movie, because I know a lot of people, I don't do musicals, they singing too much, they do this, it's too long, I don't want to watch it. Watch it. I said it, and I meant it the way I said it. Watch the movie, because you're going to get something out of it. And I got something out of it because I'm not giving no spoilers about the movie. I'm not telling you about the movie, but I'm just telling you about my experience with the movie, because I have been on this battlefield for a long time of being different. And when I say different, how I show up in the world is different than my friends. And all of them know that. My journey has been totally opposite of all of my friends. And now it's a couple of them that may be able to relate to my journey, but for the most part, they kind of live through me, vicariously through me, right? And so in that movie, I saw me so many times and I cried so many times. And I'm hoping I don't get emotional talking about this, but it allowed me to not, because sometimes what I would do is to make other people feel comfortable about being around me, I just kind of just be silent. Not necessarily, I'm not going to change my style, how I show up with my clothes, my shoes, my colors, my jewelry, my hair, or I'm not changing. I'm not changing any of that. You might as well get used to it. Forget about it, right? and that comes from me as a kid. I have no problems. I have no problems, being who I am. I never had issues with peer pressure, and I can honestly say that I didn't have any issues with peer pressure as a kid. I stood on business as a kid. Business. I'm sorry, not business. Business. I stood on business, and and I was okay with being who I was and who I am now. But when I saw me, and I saw me in being embracing my uniqueness. You know, sometimes you come in, it's almost like you got to explain yourself to people because they may not understand why you the way that you are, you know, and really no explanation is needed. When you show up, baby, show up, you know, be who you are and be proud of who you are. I saw several interviews with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, right? And their chemistry and friendship is so phenomenal. And a lot of their interviews were very emotional when they really understood how impactful that movie was to the world, how impactful it was to people who are deemed different. When we're talking about, I saw a lady, she was, you know, she was given a title of being autistic. And she was talking about how her and her other friends, you know, that have been deemed with that tag, right, of autism or, you know, or ADHD. I think she said she had both, right? And I have a little bit of ADHD and OCD, right? And because it's certain, it's got to be done a certain type of way. It's got to look a certain type of way. And I've got to already see it before I already do it. And I know sometimes people say, you just got to do it. Nah, I still got to see it. That may be a control thing. I'm working on that. But when they express that to these ladies, you know, these co-stars of this fantastic movie, it was like they just didn't know how it was going to come out to the world, how it was going to be seen to people who have been deemed as misfits or, you know, different or, you know, that's just so-and-so girl. I don't know what she got going on. You know, she always wearing something different, you know, or whatever, or, you know, just not really understanding people. So, and it was so emotional for them because that wasn't something that they were expecting. They knew the movie was powerful. They knew the context in which the movie was made and how they wanted it to show up. The director was intentional about how he wanted to craft the scene. Everything was made. So when you see those scenes, that was made. So, you know, okay, most movies have AI in there, right? But a lot of that stuff, those tulips, they had thousands of tulips planted for that scene, for that look. But those buildings were made. Ariana Grande said those books that were on the shelves in the library and in their room actually had writings in them. You know, everything was very meticulous and it was so intentional. And I love that because that's what we are. We are meticulous and we're intentional. We're intentional in how we show up. A lot of people don't receive that, but we are. I'm intentional about being uniquely Pache Gibson. I am very intentional about that. Now, how the world sees it and how other people see it don't have nothing to do with me. That is not my business. I'm just being real. It's not. But sometimes what happens is it'll get to me because I'm like, man, why won't they just see me? Why don't they just see me? You know, and I have the biggest smile. When you see me, this is what you see. I am a hugger. Hey, come in, bring it in, you know. But my style, my flow, my gifts, it's just me. And I had to be able to understand what that means in the world. And a lot of times, because if I don't get a chance to really operate in that, it brings me down. And it causes me to kind of close up, you know. I can say this because my friends and family, they will tell you this. They got a message on Christmas Eve, 2024. And that message kind of, I'm just kind of, briefly summarizing what it said. It says, hey, I love y'all. Just want to let y'all, give y'all your Merry Christmases early. I am taking a sabbatical for 2 days. Christmas and the day after Christmas, I'm not responding to text messages, emails, phone calls. You will not get answered. In fact, my phone will be on Do Not Disturb. It's going to be me and God on this trip. And I needed to just silence all of the voices because, and that was the message that I sent out. And the funny thing is, I didn't know that it sent out. And because I kept hitting it. I was like, is it sending? Is it sending? And everybody was like, after the fact, it was like, that message came through like 14 times. And it was long too. I mean, because, I'm saying it, but, when you look at the message, you're like, dang, that's a long message. So it came through like 14 times. I guess God said, you meant that. So, I'm sorry, y'all, if it just kind of, just came in and you was like, what in the world? So, but I needed that moment because I had gotten to a place where I was being overwhelmed with just stuff and conversations and stuff that wasn't really edifying, and I could feel the heaviness of it. I am the sounding board to a lot of my friends' issues and things that they have going on. We talk, we collab and we chop it up a little bit, but a lot of times what happens is I carry a lot of that stuff and I don't know how to release it. And when I'm going through and I'm trying to call people and trying to get some information or maybe just a listening ear, baby, if I have 5 to 10 minutes to get off my chest what I need to say before the script flips and then it's about them again, it happens. And I now have to be very strategic in my time and conversation because of how it weighs on me. Because it does mess with the creative part of me showing up. It does bother how I show up to the world, because I'm carrying this heaviness and I can't be the light that I know that I am, that God created me to be, whether if it's through my voice, whether if it's through my product, whether if it's through my poetry, whether if it's just in passing, I had to really realize I do enjoy service. And that means in a way of showing up and just being a bright light and helping people see the beauty in who they are, right? And that's kind of like what the movie was about, just seeing the beauty and embracing the beauty, and for someone to just see us. A lot of times, people will come to you and they see you as being a great sounding board, or maybe a problem solver, so to speak, or, giving words of encouragement and enlightenment. And you may be that person. I am, because one, I don't like to see people down. So if I'm a problem solver and I be trying to fix everything, and that's not my job, but I be making it my job. And it weighs me down. So now I'm learning to kind of push that out, and I'm learning to say, hey, you know what? Let's come back to the center. Let's come back to God and say, God, this is way too heavy for me. Help me, help me to be lighter. Help me to sit down with you so I can just allow myself to be lighter. So I'm very intentional now about my time. I'm very intentional about how I show up. I can tell when energy shifts. I can tell when people get uncomfortable when I'm in a room. I can tell if they're not really vibing with me. And these are people that may not even held a conversation with me. I'm a real easygoing, laid back person. If a wall looked like it want to hold a conversation, baby, I'm gonna talk to the wall because we may start laughing. I'm just saying. And And it does bother me sometimes, that people don't see me. But, you know, um, and then on the other hand, they may see you. And because they don't quite know what that is that they see, they're intimidated by it. And if they are, guess what? That has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with them and their insecurity, right? So again, like I said, I thank you, Amanda, for just prompting this moment. And you know, I was telling shout out Solange. That's another one today. I've been going through my closets, right? All of this that I'm talking about, I'm naming names. These are people that I talked to today that really kind of sparked this this moment. So I've been going through my closet. So that's what I did on Christmas Day and day after Christmas. I literally was organizing. When I tell you I didn't even have no music playing, it was just me. I went through my closets, pulled out clothes. I had a bag that was so heavy because it had 15 pairs of jeans in it, right? I couldn't even pick it up to put it in the the little giveaway. It was like I don't want to call it a dumpster, but you could put belongings that you want to give away to, and that thing was so heavy. But anyway, so, and Solange, I have blessed her with quite a few beautiful pieces, right? And she was saying to me today, she said, that's who you are. She said, you really ought to think about having a business where you just make people feel good, helping them find out, what's their style. You encourage them, you make them feel beautiful. I mean, because I help to find glasses as well, right? I got my contact on today, but I've been rocking out some really funky eyeglasses with my prescription in them and everything, and she loved them. And I helped her, I guess you could say, find her voice in her creativity through eyewear. And every time she wears them, she gets so many compliments. And she was like, had you not talked me into it and shown me how to pick the eyewear, skin color and skin tone and all of that, she said, I would have never done it. She said, I would have never did it. She said, you just have such a light for that. And I had to tell, I said, that's the reason. People was like, why did you go back into retail? And I work part-time. But the reason why I did it is because it makes my heart feel good. I'm the oldest person there. I'm the only black person there. And I love people. And I love engaging in people and making them feel good. It's been times where I walk around and I hand a customer their bag and it's a hug at the exchange. That makes me feel good, because what I did was I showed them that, hey, I see you. And I see that you're a great person. And I'm glad that I got a chance to have this experience with you to help make you smile, whether it's through clothing, eyewear, my Pachet's butter souffle, whatever it is. I'm glad to be of service. Same thing with my poetry. I'm glad to be of service. So, and I don't take it lightly when people see me. And I guess that's what this is about, when people see you, and more importantly, when you see yourself. And so those conversations today allowed me to see myself today. And then, like I said, I love Cynthia Erivo, and I watched her interview on the Terrell show. And they had to do a part 2. She was actually the season closer on that show. And when I tell you, that sister can sing. Ooh, she can sing. Not sing, she can sing. I mean, you feel it all over your body, right? I took my little sister, my mentor, this young lady that I mentor. I treated her to see Wicked yesterday. So that's like my 3rd time seeing it. And we'll see it again, right? And I cried at the same parts that I cried at from the very first time I saw it. I cried at it again yesterday, and we got a chance to kind of chop it up about, what that movie meant to us and how it affected me. She was like, Miss Shay, she said, I saw you crying. You was crying, and I was like, yeah, man. It was. Oh my God, I cannot think of the last song. Oh, and it's the signature song. It's the last song that they sung, and it is gonna come. I cannot believe that I forgot the. Yeah, if y'all get in the comments, just give me the title. I'm drawing a blank right now, and I don't want to keep going over it and not knowing it. But I also was listening to "I'm Here," which is the signature song that she sung in the stage play "The Color Purple." And go watch all of those. Go watch those videos that I just called out, because it's something about that sister's disposition. She has such a humbling presence, and she's very honest, and she's candid, and she's real. But I just wanted to kind of let her know, Miss Cynthia Enrivo, that I thank you for being vulnerable to us on the screen, on the stage, in person, in interviews. You and Ariana Grande, I love you guys, and y'all chemistry is unmatched. The way that y'all sing together is unmatched, and the movie is amazing. So yeah, thank you for seeing us, and thank you for being a vessel of that. Thank you for allowing God to speak through you, through your words, and how you orchestrate his presence and ushering in to allow us to know that it's okay to be uniquely ourselves and to be seen. So I just want to say mwah, mwah, thank you for that. So without further ado, before I close out, I haven't done this in quite some time, so I am going to I have a poem right here that I'm going to read to you guys. Like I said, I have my contacts in, but with these contacts, the bifocals ain't bifocaling, right? So let me put these on, shall we? So I can read this piece. So this piece that I have is called Wild Orchid, and I hope this resonates with somebody's spirit. Wild orchid. I am a wild orchid, growing in a pasture of manicured greenery, creating a beautiful scenery. I exude beauty with just the mere thought of my existence. And just for existing, the wind blows me a kiss. I make a wish, wishing for a beautified trinity, a tropical spirit embraced by divinity. I am bluish to a reddish purple, revealing the color segments of the corolla of me. Purple is the hue of creativity. The Creator has created me to be free. He has shared his tears of disappointments, sorrow, love, and pain. It begins to rain, and I grow stronger and more radiant in the likeness of him. He has illuminated the air in which I breathe, casting a glow upon my petals so blinding that my pores inhaled nothing but the warmth of his love, the Creator's love. Appearing to be alone in this green pasture, an omnipotent force field surrounds me. I call my King's name in adoration, and he, with his anointing spirit, answers me with his tranquil presence. Blessing me with peace, he speaks. My little wild orchid, you are made in the likeness of me. I have granted you with stillness and solitude for tranquility. I have painted the petals of your soul's skin purple. With the creation of patience and understanding, know that everything happens through me. In your time of isolation, fast and pray. And use your time wisely. Seek all your answers in me. And you shall be free, my wild orchid. You shall be free. You are free. I am free. We are free to be uniquely, wonderfully made in the image of the Most High God. Let's walk in it. Let's embrace it. Let's love on it. I'm so grateful that I got a chance to come back and talk to you. I hope that I didn't seem like I was rambling. But I hope you got a takeaway from it. All right? Well, I'm out. It's your girl, Pashay Gibson, a.k.a. Sister Shay, also known as Shay Butter, broadcasting live. Thank you. I love you, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, my family. Love you.